Hello there, I'm Betty Davis.
And I'm Joan Crawford.
And welcome to 15 Minutes of FUME! I forgot to introduce Joan Blondell.
Olivia de Havilland.
Olivia de... no, I don't have it.
Mamacita.
And this is Mamacita. Pomerania. We are here today to sniff the long-awaited series of perfumes released by the lab to raise money for the National Network of Abortion Funds. So I'm glad we actually waited a moment because when this first came out, immediately following the repeal of Roe v. Wade, overturning of Roe v. Wade, I was so frustrated and freaked out by everything that was happening that I could not imagine sitting here and just smelling these perfumes and like talking and acting normal.
Yeah.
It was a real hassle. I was dreading this moment. A little time has passed, nothing has really changed. I feel a little bit better. Disco's rummaging the couch cushions, so he's in his happy place. I was thinking I was gonna dress up, like a little more femme for this video, and then I realized it just doesn't matter because abortion access is not an issue that only affects women. It affects trans men and non-binary people also, and anyway, I am wearing pink underwear, if that counts for anything. So let's get Disco working on his pig ball. And we will just start sniffing. And we'll, I don't know, just try to keep it light and describe the perfumes. And you can just, despair quietly and know that we are despairing quietly also. How about that?
Is it hot in here?
We're despairing very sweatily. It is warm.
I just almost knocked over half of that shot.
Just fan the dog hair directly onto your face where it will stick, and then, if you see a kind of a glamour glow filter on us, it's not anything in the camera or in the editing.
No.
It's just fine white dog hair settling and just refracting the light. So we're going to go through these. First of all, we're going to be doing the darker ones first that are inspired by the Furies. That's pretty much all we're going to do this video because there are 7 of those and 7 of the others. So we'll just kind of keep it going. We're going to go through these in the order that they are on the website because I find that having some order makes me feel less like the entire world is descending into chaos. Right, Disco? As dog knocks into tripod.
I know.
So the very first one we're doing is called A Robe All Red with Dripping Gore. What a nice chill vibe for a Monday morning.
Got something on your robe.
Oh no, it's deliberately dripping red with gore. The scent is blood musk, red amber, honey, and threads of scarlet saffron. You're a saffron lover from way back. Blood musk. That sounds frightening. So what's funny is this smells exactly as I expected it to.
I was just going to say that. I was from these notes, which I all know.
That's not a bad thing.
That...
It's sometimes you just know, especially...
And then you're yeah, I'm right.
If you've been
this is delightful.
Following along. Really, this reminds me of something from America's New God, or I'm sorry, American Gods. Maybe the one with the blood in the name. You know what I'm talking about? The blood.
The blood must flow?
Yes.
The blood must flow.
The blood musk flow. Now, I want to say that one of the challenges of creating a fundraiser perfume, channeling your rage into a series of fundraiser perfumes, is we actually want them to sell. And I do know that from whatever that our perfumer was feeling, what ended up in the bottle, she put a lot of effort into making really appealing perfumes that people would actually want to buy and wear, so that we could raise as much money as possible for the National Network of Abortion Funds. So that being said, as horrifying as the concept is for this, what's funny is it's just incredibly appealing. It's very sexy. This amber honey, and it's just the musk. It's all just a really dark, sticky swirl. And I'm gonna put it on the skin because I'm not really getting the saffron in the bottle. Maybe you are because you are more familiar with the note.
I am actually getting it.
You are.
I do detect.
Just a really warm, dark, goopy, sexy, bloody mess.
Very red.
Very red.
Very, very red.
I might have known it would be red.
A robe all red with dripping gore.
Just like Carrie. There's the reference. This is the Carrie perfume in my brain from now on. This is how I will keep everything straight in my brain. Carrie is at the prom. She's been gooped. She's been gagged. It's the face crack of the season. And now it's time to chop your PE teacher in half. That's the vibe.
Dog hair.
Thought I was going to maybe get a kiss, and now I'm murdering the entire senior class. This is starting to edge into, like, school shooter territory. Bygones. I have topical brains. Like, everything in my brain gets twisted around into something I read in the news.
And
so
you're like, oh, wait, this is not good.
It's not good. Wait, that's your line. As Joan Crawford. Anything further to impart as a saffron lover?
Yeah, this is interesting. It's like I feel like on me the musk and the bit of saffron are kind of the stronger parts, and the amber and honey are like kind of hanging out in the back.
Mm-hmm. It's
like,
really
there's
hard.
a hint of sweetness, but it really does have this kind of like, what am I trying to say? Like a robust, like red shadow to it. Am I even making sense?
You pulled that word out of like the deepest well in your unconscious. I will say that also an hour from now, it's anyone's guess. Like, of course, our perfume sniffing usually revolves around a time span of about 20 to 30 minutes. And with perfume oils, there's a lot that we can't figure out. So, an hour from now, it could be all honey all the time.
I was going to say that, yeah, the honey will probably end up hanging out a little bit more at the end. That's usually how honey goes.
That's how honey goes. That's the way honey goes. Are you ready to move on to A Torch Steeped in Blood?
Just after I clean my robe.
I don't think that torch is going to be lighting anytime soon. There's going to be a smell. Pine pitch and clove-tinged dragon's blood resin. I love a pine. I love dragon's blood.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. It's like an animated hand whips out of the bottle and like throws you around the room like Tangina.
Oh, wow.
Now, I said the last one was dark and sticky and goopy, and I apparently didn't know what I was talking about, because this is the darkness, the deepness.
This is so good.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That pine is... okay, so it's the really dark black forest pine that I love.
Mm-hmm.
It's like wet.
Yeah.
It's like a live tree that's just been like struck by lightning, and there's just like sap-streaked shards everywhere.
It mixes with the clove in like...
Yes.
Such an interesting way, but then the dragon's blood like really amps everything up to this like...
It does. And also the dragon's blood helps make it I think more of a perfume.
Yeah.
Like it's got this like wonderful incensey I mean, this is like, I know I've said it before, I don't remember what, but like, abandoned, burned out church that you find in the middle of the woods, and then your friends are like, ooh, we should spend the night here. And you were like too freaked, so you go home, and then you're the only one who survives that weekend. They're all gone. Some weird Blair Witch action happening here.
It's a lot like that.
I guess I'm going with horror metaphors for pretty much all of these scents. It's a great way to channel my horrified feelings at the state of our country. But this is a really dark, intriguing, fully like 2 a.m. darkness perfume. Really beautifully witchy vibes. Would you say?
I would say that. I really love this.
Between the pine and the clove, there's this wonderful like coolness, like you can almost feel the temperature dropping, but the dragon's blood, of course, just kind of keeps like a little cauldron simmer going around the edges. So shall we move on to Breathing Destruction from Their Lips Like Flame? Breathing Destruction from Their Lips Like Flame. Sounds like a really good time. I like how Breathing Destruction from Looks Like Flame makes it also sound kind of easy. Just like not full Godzilla, you know, blast, but more like just like very casual, like patoo, and then that skyscraper is leveled. Dried red fruits, pink peppercorn, black fig, nagarmotha, and vetiver. Right? Right. Okay, we're looking dark, spicy, earthy, maybe smoky fruits. Ooh, oh! It's so funny to have like a stab of like a bright red fruit hit you right in the face after the last two that we've smelled. A really sharp, bright red dried currant. It's like dried, but it's not like an old leathery dried currant from the organic store in the middle of the desert. This is that like really good Whole Foods shit.
That's like all I'm getting in the bottle, though.
Yeah, I mean that's how it works with.
Yeah. But I'm not complaining.
No. But if you want to, I can get the fig a bit. But like, yeah, if I want to go,
I guess so. Yeah.
Deeper, then I've got to get it on the skin.
The fig kind of piggybacks on the dried red fruit.
Speaking of piggybacks, where did his pig ball end up? On the skin, I'm definitely getting more of like a peppercorn fig situation. The vetiver's not super intense.
I'm not smelling the vetiver at all. But
I mean, there's a kind of vapor, dark, smoky vapor in the background that I think that it must be what it is. It's not a savage vetiver. It's definitely kind of like a fruit with a lot of attitude, you know what I'm saying? It's like a dark, sexy nighttime fruit. Fruit of the evening, beautiful fruit.
Wow.
Yeah. There's like kind of like an incensey herbal thing happening back there. Spicy because of the peppercorn. The peppercorn is just warming up on the skin and just like starting to, you want to smell me? I don't know if it's any different. It's on the wrist. It's on that limp old wrist. What do you think?
It's nice. Yeah, it is kind of like a fruity, dark incense. Mysterious.
Yes.
Very mysterious.
Mystery fruits.
Yes.
I don't know if you're ready for these fruits. The witch says, and you're just like, give me the fruits, witch. Divinities, implacable, DOOM-LADEN. That's how I like my divinities, frankly. I've always thought, like, if your divinities are merely implacable but not doom-laden, then you're really not going all the way. This perfume is myrrh, black musk, labdanum, and rose. I thought that said rosé.
And rosé?
My eyes are tired. No, just a rose. A rosy myrrh, musk, labdanum. Let's hit it. Ooh,
I've been excited for this one because I feel like it's going to be just very goth. And,
yeah.
Aww.
Yeah. I like, there's like kind of weird continuity with one we just tried on. Something about those red fruits, and then you got the rosy myrrh, and I know it's because maybe we sniffed those Haute Macabre ones a while back, where there's like a combination of like rose and smoky incense fruits, and I feel like these belong together and the bottles should kiss.
Yeah.
I love that. Can I get a little more on my lid? Because I feel like I didn't get enough. I just want to push it right up, in there. I need this apply directly to snoot. I think I actually did just apply directly to snoot. Sorry, snoot.
So if you are a fan of our Streets of Detroit from Only Lovers Left Alive perfume, I would recommend this because this is also a myrrh and black musk.
It is so beautiful.
Very different, but I would also, they could hang out. So they could go to the same goth club.
To me, this is not like a super rosy perfume. Like, it's in there and I appreciate her. It's truly like, the labdanum is actually pretty intense in this.
Yeah.
It's got this beautiful kind of like dark inky sweetness. Mm-hmm. And it has that Streets of Detroit like puddle in a parking lot outside of a goth club vibe going on.
But without the motor oil.
Right, but there's still something like, it's just like...
Oh, it's dark.
Yeah.
It's up to no good.
Right.
I love this.
Wow, I can feel it transforming me through the skin into like a being of pure evil.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I know. Watch out! I just love that kind of like, that dark resinous sweetness that kind of has, I don't know, it just gives you like evil stirrings.
The rose kind of ties everything together, like but subtly, it's not like it's there, and you can kind of, it's like a hint of it.
It's kind of just like a
It's
breath,
nice.
kind of like
Yeah.
like a breeze that blows across it. And the substance of the perfume is like all of these like heavier substances, if that makes any sense. I love it. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I love this.
I really didn't
Really
sniff
good.
these in advance. I kind of let these go. I did smell some of the other foodier ones. Now we are moving on to Entwined with Swarming Snakes.
Ah.
I know. Snakes. When I was a kid, I grew up in Arizona, and we had to have snake alert assemblies. Every year in grade school, there was a snake alert assembly because all of the elementary schools were built on just like scrub desert land.
Snake
and then
grounds.
the snakes don't really understand that this is a school now, so they were just always like going across campus. And since it's like the teachers would kick the door open to let the breeze in and stuff, there were like snakes that would just come into the classroom. So often throughout the school year, there would be like the janitors had to be equipped with snake grabbing gear, and we had to have assemblies where like a local herpetologist would come and teach us like how to safely navigate a snake situation in an assembly. Snake alert. Snake alert by Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab. Anyway,
Wow.
that's just, because there's always a story.
Oh, I can already smell this.
Ah!
That's tart.
Yes. Oh my gosh, these are some green ass snakes. Yuzu, green apple, and tea leaf. I didn't even read it out loud. Wow. Wowzers. I like how there's like, it's juicy, but it's also weirdly dry. There's like a, I'm having it both ways today.
Yeah.
It's juicy, it's dry. It's herbal, it's fruity. It's like tart. I want this to come in a seltzer flavor so that I can drink it.
Just give it a few months, it may happen.
I love the way that the yuzu in general blends into other fruit notes. I've noticed this in the past when we use it. Like it plays a kind of a very versatile role, like maybe augmenting a citrus, or in this case, like offsetting a green apple, like kind of just like taking it in a different direction.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't grow up like consuming yuzu, so it's like a relatively new thing to me.
A nuzu.
Now it's in everything. Yuzu, so hot right now. And that tea leaf just kind of like, it's like snakes in a tree. I once went on a hike and we were up on like a mountainside and we looked around, and the tree branches overhanging, there were just like 7 different snakes just like coiled in the tree, sunning in the branches. This is a tree snake perfume.
Got lots of snake stories.
I have lots of snake stories, but it's not 15 minutes of snakes, is it? So let's get it on the skin. You don't see no snakes raising money for National Network of Abortion Funds? Well, this one is. Ooh. Galen is tickled.
It's not called 15 Minutes of Snakes.
The show's called Goddess. It's not called Classes. See ya.
Oh, Jesus, that's tart.
It is. So that sweet apple on the skin almost immediately just like cools off, vanishes.
And the yuzu is like, hello.
Pew, pew, pew.
Tart, tart, tart.
Yes, my venom glands are pulsating. Yeah, now I'm getting much more of the tea leaf, okay? And the tea leaf is now augmented by the yuzu, whereas before, and now the green apple is just kind of like a memory. It's just like a Jolly Rancher wrapper on the ground somewhere from whoever was here before. They probably got killed by snakes. Wow, just like really fresh, hint of sweet. It's got a kind of a bite.
Yeah,
It really has a bite.
it does.
It does. I'm literally bitten.
It's
Wow.
nice. It's just summer fruit.
Oh my god.
Summer fruit
Summer
festivities.
fruit. I just want a t-shirt that says summer fruit.
Summer fruit.
Summer fruit festivities. I just love it. I mean, it's funny because out of all of these in this kind of category, I think this is as kind of light and pleasant as it gets, because, the Furies. But even the Furies have to take a day off, Go get a breath of fresh air somewhere in a mountaintop.
Eat an apple.
It really just does have like a wonderful. I mean, I feel like I'm out hiking smelling this a little bit, and I know that's weird because it's like got the fruit and stuff. But green apple is like the kind of fruit that you take on a hike because, it will survive being in your backpack.
Unlike some other fruits.
People at home are
Not
like,
gonna say which ones.
you are blathering now. There needs to be a blathering button that either of us can like slap at any time. And here's the trick though, it's always going to be slapped on me.
The blather button.
I'm the blatherer.
Blah, blah, blather.
Through the gloom, the sisters rose.
Yes?
Which is funny because I was wondering if there's going to be rose in this as like a pun on the word rose. There's not. Blackened pomegranate, tobacco absolute, benzoin, brown sugar, and droplets of inky wine. I like my wines inky, and I like my pomegranate blackened.
Then this
We
could be
made...
for you.
Yes, yes. Oh, okay, wait, hold on. Give me a lot in the cap here. Okay. This is nice and complex and sweet and dark. Because right off the bat I smelled the pomegranate and the tobacco, and those are like a twist that I don't get very often. Okay.
This is interesting.
The pomegranate may be blackened, but it's sweetened up by the brown sugar.
Yeah.
But since it's brown sugar, there's a little bit of that like molasses vibe. And then the wine note.
It's just kind of, yeah, like blending in with the wine, which, so there's like that just bit of...
I like that this is mixed with
Whoa.
sugar and pomegranate, because what I find with the lab's wine perfumes is that they are often sweeter than I expect them to be and fruitier than I expect. So this at least has braced me for the fact that it will be fruitier and sweeter version of wine, and then I don't feel so tricked. Oh my god.
Don't want you to be tricked.
On the skin, immediately I'm just getting much more brown sugar and tobacco. How fascinating. I just can't really believe the difference that occurs between smelling the oil in the bottle and then getting it on the skin within just a few seconds. Am I crazy?
What did you say you were smelling more of?
I'm
sorry,
smelling more of the brown sugar and the tobacco, for sure.
Yes, yes.
It's suddenly a much more like sugary tobacco, like reminds me of the Alchemy perfume that we have. Sugary tobacco with like some wine and, you know, the old blackened pomegranate.
I think I'm getting a hint of that benzoin too, which
Yeah.
is just like, you know, sweet, crumbly resin, but it's there.
Gorgeous. I have to say that as much as I was dreading filming this video, and we got kind of a late start, and I was crabby, but like smelling these perfumes is cheering me up.
It's
It's
turned
like-
the beat around.
It's it really is. It's not that weird thing. I know that people have been saying this ever since the pandemic, that they were turning to their perfumes to, you know, cheer themselves up and comfort themselves. And like, I'm almost mad at how reliable that is in terms of helping me with my mood.
Yeah.
Also, it helps that I'm taking like deep breaths while I'm doing it. You know, I'm almost like hyperventilating against the skin. So I'll take whatever, you know, comfort I can get at this point. Even though I'm sweating through my pink underwear. Wow. Overall, that's like less of a dark and spooky scent than I was expecting.
Yeah.
I feel like she tried to steer us in a spooky direction, but like really, I feel like this is kind of weirdly a safe and comforting smell.
Yeah, like the copy sounds more intimidating than the actual scent, and then you're like, oh, this is enjoyable.
That's how like a lot of witches are, though, to be honest. You know, you get past the like image and, you know, they want the same things everyone else wants.
Ruby red slippers.
Yes. And a foot rub.
But,
Okay, what have we got left? The last one we have, I've been very curious about this. Wrapped in sable garments. Cacao, smoked mahogany, tonka, sweet aged patchouli, and white sandalwood. Okay?
okay.
You ready to wrap? Wrapped in sable garments just sounds really warm for what we're doing now, but it is the last one. I think we can manage. Oh, wow. Okay, so to be expected,
Oh.
the cacao is just booming out of the bottle. It's just like, brat. Yes.
Whoa.
It is
I'm
all...
not prepared for that.
I know. It is all tangled up with the patchouli, though.
It's like chocolate wood.
Chocolate wood.
I'm like...
Welcome to chocolate wood.
Hooray for chocolate. What? Oh, it's really strong. I'm really just...
Don't cry.
I'm really surprised. I know I keep trying to breathe it in, though, and then I'm like, no, I'm intimidated
Not ready.
a little bit.
mean, it's like, especially in, again, this is not necessarily like a really warm weather scent. These were not created like for the season. They're more created for like the era. And so I'm like running up against a kind of a wall of like thick, humid, dark chocolate wood notes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm almost smelling something tobacco-y in this, and I'm sure it's just a way where the tonka, patchouli, and sandalwood are all tangled up with the mahogany. Or maybe it just smells like someone should be smoking a cigar in this room.
Maybe. Wouldn't be out of character.
No. I mean, it's got a kind of a pipe smoke smell to it to me. I'm not mad at it one bit. Wow. Oh my god. I mean, it is a little sweeter on the skin than I expected, because I thought once I was past the cacao firewall, that I would just be run into the ground by the mahogany and the patchouli, etc. But it is sweet aged patchouli, and the white sandalwood is kind of like a lighter, sweeter situation. It's just so decadent. There's like a really wonderfully like kind of well-worn feeling to it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Like it almost smells like a room. Like
Yeah.
there's just like there's a depth and an atmosphere to it where you're like,
Yeah.
oh.
Old books, old boots in the closet,
Yeah.
you know, like old leather straps and paddles like hanging from hooks on the wall next to the big like, you know, there's like
There's
really
not a fire burning, but the fire was burning not too long ago, so
Right.
there's still a bit of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Fascinating. Whew, whew, whew. This is like this is a date night scent for sure. This is like you want somebody to lean in and figure out what's going on. And then they'll smell it and be like, oh, okay, waiter, check please. We have to go home immediately. I like smelling the wood just kind of rise through it.
Yeah.
It's really nice. That's very comforting. I don't know.
It is.
As hard as Beth worked on these scents, because it was not a last minute, like, some of our activism stuff is released immediately when something happens, and because it was leaked early on that Roe v. Wade was going to be overturned, I know she got to work right away and had a head start on these. So, also at this point, because of the lab situation, was still having pandemic issues in terms of sourcing ingredients, and also getting ready to move, because the whole lab is moving kit and caboodle to Philly. It's also a matter of like, what can we lay hands on, like right now, like what ingredients do we have? So considering the pace of production on these, I'm really impressed at how original and complex they are. Because let's be real, we could have put out anything to raise money for this, and people I think would have wanted to help out. So, and the sales on these have been incredible, and we're very grateful because we've been able to make a substantial donations already to help people who are dealing with the effects, like already, like in California we don't have these issues, but in so many other states there's just like immediate complications, and it's just like all fucked up. And that's blather. Where's my blather button?
That's fine. You can blather about this. It is fucked up.
I just don't, I don't need to blather about it. You're aware.
You're aware. You know it's fucked up.
So if you're out there in one of these red states where things immediately got harder, our hearts go out to you, and I wish there was more that we can do. And, we'll just keep working and keep trying to figure out the next steps. So, and we're going to Dragon Con in Atlanta. Galen's not going. He's staying home with Disco, who is passed out on the floor because he ate too many treats out of that pig ball. I will be going. I'll be at the Labs booth at Dragon Con, so we'll be seeing some of you in person, and we'll just, feel like the good old days a little bit, except for the masks and tester strips and, cloud of doom. But we'll come back later in the week, maybe, with some of these the lighter side of this collection. There are 7 of those also, and we'll smell them and blather some more.
Yeah.
So that work for you?
I guess.
Joan? Well, I talked myself into a full lather, so I guess it's time to go. Bye.
Bye.